Donald Trump is the president of the United States. Today is November 6th, and I am going to give a little bit of an update of what to expect as a business owner now for the next 4 years. Now, whether you like it or not that he's the president, at the end of the day, it has happened. So this isn't a video of expressing opinion. This isn't a video of expressing fact. I'm talking to every business owner and every executive that's out there. And what are you going to do in the next 4 years to plan? Now, we know one big thing about Donald Trump's policy is that he wants to cut taxes for businesses. Now, I'm going to focus on that because I myself am an entrepreneur. I own a business that operates in both Canada and the United States. I understand. I help lots of companies in my space. I own a recruitment company. So at the end of the day, I'm dealing with manufacturers, construction, restaurants, you name it, lawyers, accountants, all the different fields. I'm dealing with it. And I'm going to be able to focus this video on what exactly are we expected to see in the next 4 years, and us as business owners, how can we prepare? Now, what's going to happen? Why are these tax cuts? We know for taxes are going to go down. And that's specifically for businesses. Taxes will go down. What does that actually mean? Obviously, for those business owners that are on this call, they kind of get it. That means there's going to be an increase in money in the bank. That simple. An increase in money in the bank. All the dollars that you're working hard for as a business, a big corporation, a small business, whether it's a company that is a corporation that has maybe 5 to 10 employees to a company that has 10,000 employees, your bank account as a business will grow. Now, what people criticize it on is they say, well, the rich get richer. Well, that's just an opinion. We're not even going to go in that direction. The direction I'm going to go in is what's going to actually happen to this money that's in the account. So instead of it going to taxes, it's not going to taxes. It's now staying with you as the business. So as a business in the next 4 years, things could either grow or shrink for you. Now, we've seen this already. We've seen this in the first phases of the economy with Donald Trump's administration. We also saw it during COVID when businesses were making so much money off of things like, instead of people traveling, now they're doing all these home rentals and real estate went up. Money was being made. So then companies grew and then they had to recruit. My specialty is recruitment. I want to talk about specifically on this video, what is going to be happening to your team in the next 4 years. Now, with the money coming in, what you need to do from a culture aspect is you need to explain to all your staff, because we all understand your own staff could have different perspectives on who should have won or who shouldn't have won. Okay, that's irrelevant. We're talking now, you as a business have more money. You need to sit with your team and you need to explain to them, us with this money, we are now going to reinvest it into the business that we have been building. Okay. This reinvestment is going to go towards expansion. It's going to go towards product development. It's also going to go towards our people and raises. And for those people that have been working hard in the company, it's going to go towards bonuses. Okay. The fact that the business can now keep more money into their account. This may not be happening right now on November 6th, but within the next year, we will see a difference. The next 2 years, businesses will see a difference. And that money is going to get reinvested. Now, what could you do as a business? Because now that you are keeping your money as a company, what are you going to be doing as far as expansion? You're going to be having to hire a lot of people. Now, what are you going to be doing as far as hiring the right people? Because we know that that money that you just saved as a business, you don't want to just throw it away and hire the wrong people. They work for 3 months and then money you gave them, you paid them 3 months salary, training, expenses, etc., and then they left. I want to make sure that you protect that money, and at least the people that work for you today can see that that money's working to give them that job security that they want, to give them the bonuses that they want. So hiring is the Achilles heel of a great business. Now, businesses specifically, if you have a group of the wrong people, it could be very toxic and it could stop the business from growing. You need to have a perfect storm right now. As a company, you know you're going to be saving money from taxes. You now need to ensure that you have the right team. You have to first evaluate your existing team. And you might be in a position where you might have to cut some people off. You say, this person, I think it's time for them to go, because the more people that are toxic in your organization, the worse off things are going to be. So to kind of hone all this together, What are we trying to accomplish here? We're trying to build you a super team during the best time for what a business is about to experience. Okay. And in order for a business to maximize on that, then obviously the people will maximize on that. So let's get right into it. Okay. Let's get right into it. The recruitment process is a very simple process. It is from beginning to end. How do you attract someone to come to you? Okay. And from there, how do you actually hire the right people? And there are 4 critical steps to the recruitment process. Step 1 is gaining clarity on where the business has to go. So we're now November 6th. From now until January 1st, you and your team have to be sitting together saying, okay, reality is this. Donald Trump won. He's our president for the next 4 years. This is what we're going to be expecting. That is factual. That is not going to change. Might as well accept it and see what's going to happen. So you have to be sitting for the next month saying, which direction is our business going to go in? Now, with direction, as far as expansion, as far as direction of growth, whatever it may be, you need to then ask yourself, who are the people that need to stick around? Who are the people we need to get rid of? And who are the people that we need to recruit? Okay. It's easy for you to figure out who needs to stick around and who might have to go. That's simply a performance-based structure. How are people performing and are they all for the direction the company's going in? But more importantly, what I'm here to help you on is how are you going to then, the last pillar of it, recruit, find the right people to take you in the direction in the next 4 years. Now you have to build a recruitment process in order to do that. And that process is all being figured out in that first phase that I'm talking about right now is gaining that clarity, gaining clarity on the company, the direction it's going to go in, the people that have to stay, the people that have to go, and the people we need to recruit. Now you're going to take that list of people you need to recruit, and you need to continue to gain clarity on that. You need to gain clarity on the positions itself, what they entail, what kind of lifestyle do those positions bring. One thing that in the recruitment space, in the hiring space, in the business space, we forget these are people and human lives that we are dealing with to help build these companies. So every position, if there's one thing I want you to remember, every position brings a lifestyle with it. Every position has a lifestyle. Now that lifestyle has to match a person. If the lifestyle that this position gives doesn't match the person, then you're going to have turnover. I'm going to give you a simple example. When I was in university, I had a part-time job and it was as a bartender. So, and I had to factor into a school. Working as a bartender gave me the lifestyle of making cash on the weekends, working part-time, and it was a social lifestyle. That is a perfect lifestyle for me as a university student who has class and needs a flexible schedule. And the money that comes in is enough to pay for my bills back then. However, that job doesn't apply to me anymore because I need a full-time job with stability, with a certain income threshold, and that can give me a lifestyle that could support a wife, a baby, etc. Okay. So you notice now I need to find a job that maybe like an engineer would, for example, and that position has a lifestyle totally different than a bartender. So you have to understand for each position, what's the lifestyle it creates, and then you have to match the lifestyle with that person. So if you know you have a lifestyle that's similar to a bartender's where it's part-time weekends, well, you now have to cater to certain people that want that lifestyle versus something else. Now I'm using basic examples just to hit the message home, but you need to design that in your initial phase of gaining clarity in the recruitment process. Okay, I'm going to give you guys another little drawing here just to kind of paint a picture of what we are talking about here. So you are here. You are this lovely stick figure person right here. This is you. Okay. This is you all day long. And you need to meet the right people for your company. There could be multiple people here. It could be just one person. It could be 100 people. It doesn't matter. What we're talking about today is how in the next 4 years, with this situation that we're in, is how are you going to expand the company with the right people? I don't want you to hire all 3 and then lose 2. No, I want you to hire all 3 and then keep them. What we just talked about is the first building block. Is gaining clarity. Clarity and direction. When you gain clarity and direction on the company, on the people that need to stay, people that need to go, and the people that you need to recruit, when you gain clarity on the positions of those people that you recruit and the lifestyle that those positions create, you now create an ideal candidate. When you create an ideal candidate, you could then decide on a recruitment strategy on how to find them. And that's the next step. When you have clarity, you can do the next building block to this bridge, which is the recruitment strategy. Okay. It's the recruitment strategy. That recruitment strategy, there's two types. There's inbound recruitment and there's outbound recruitment. You now have to spend money and time and resources to actually go out and find your ideal candidates. Some ideal candidates are going to be applying to you. So you'll be spending money on advertising and resources to get it out there saying, we're hiring, apply to us. And then there's going to be the aspect where, hey, the right ideal candidate, they won't be applying. They may be high level. We need to go out and get them. How do we get in front of them and knock on their doors? How do we headhunt? How do we poach? How do we attract someone new and say, hey, you should come and meet us? Okay. Those are two different types of strategies. There's inbound and then there's outbound. You need to dive right into that. Now, I want to plug something in here. I've got a set of tools. I've got a set of resources. Right here, I've got a recruitment guide. This is something that I want to encourage each and every one of you to like, subscribe to this channel, our content, follow, but also, and there's going to be a link in bio, or there's going to be in the description below, you're going to find a free download to some of the best tools that we put together. Right here, we talk about what we first talked about, gaining clarity. It's your pre-recruitment checklist. You're going to get that. With that free download, you're going to get it right away. The next thing we're going to be talking about is the actual job and the job descriptions they should be putting together and the clarity on those positions. That's there. And then also we're going to be diving into inbound, outbound recruitment. There's a whole entire guide, QR codes that take you to trackers, Excel sheets on how to actually design the ultimate recruitment process. That's a free download, guys. All you have to do is click the link below and you could have this absolutely for free. All we ask for is simply follow our accounts, learn our content, and you're going to enjoy this material. So with that said, from here, you've now started building the building blocks of, we have a clear recruitment strategy of attracting the right people. Your goal is supposed to be an 87% retention rate. That's what you're trying to achieve here. Now, in order to achieve that, isn't by just recruiting the right people, it's also by interviewing. The interview is extremely important. Okay. So the interview process is something that a lot of companies don't do well in. Some of the best companies in the world are the ones that do well, but any small business with only 5 employees could be doing the best recruitment process, the best interview process for the next set of people. What is your interview process? Let's define it. The interview process is a filter. You're going to do such a good job recruiting and getting interest, but how are you going to filter to select? Simple for you. I'm going to tell you this. You need 3 rounds of interviews. That is a pre-screen, an initial interview, and a final interview. In this free downloadable guide, you're going to have all the templates you need for pre-screening templates, initial interviews, and final interviews, what you should be doing, what you should be asking. Okay. And finally is the onboarding. Okay. When you do a good job filtering the right people, setting the standards and the culture for the team that you're trying to build, at the end of the day, you're going to have to onboard them. When you onboard them, you need one thing to keep in mind and one thing to keep in mind only, and that is a sense of belonging. Okay, when you invite someone to your home, you welcome them, you make them feel comfortable, you introduce them to your friends. When you invite someone new to your company, it's the same thing. Your company is your home. Your people, your colleagues are your friends. You have to create a sense of belonging, and there's an entire onboarding strategy that you must be putting together. Now, high level, this is a conversation that could last 3 hours, 8 hours. Each one of these, this could be another 4 hours. This could be another 4 hours, and this could be another 4 hours. But for the purpose of today, I've given you guys a framework. I've built you guys a bridge. This is a bridge, my friends, a bridge to get you to here. If you notice, this bridge is interlocked together. If one of the pieces don't work, you will not make it across the bridge, and you will fall down here into this river that is filled with problems. This river that's filled with problems are going to be things like no-shows to interviews, 100 applicants that apply, but none of them are qualified. That you're going to then maybe skip through interview processes, hire the wrong person. The guy doesn't show up to work the first day, or maybe quits after the first month or 3 months. Maybe your retention, you can't keep anybody after 6 months. Or maybe you're working so hard, finding so many candidates, but the team is misaligned. You as an HR professional or a business owner think someone's good, but someone else on your team, they're saying, no, that's not it. And there's a clash, and you're never able to actually decide on the right person. All of that could be fixed with a process of clarity, recruitment strategy, interview strategy, and an onboarding strategy. So My point is from what I've been talking about, you guys as a company, because of what's happening in the next 4 years, you're going to have investment money available. That money has to, at the end of the day, go to the right people. You, as a business owner, have an obligation and a duty to not waste that money and give the people in your business a lifestyle that they can enjoy for the next 4 years. Okay. You have to reinvest. And what I'm doing is protecting you from investing your money with the wrong people that will make you lose customers, lose productivity, lose money as a whole just from people starting and quitting, destroying company reputation, destroying company culture. All of that can happen when you hire the wrong people, frustrating people rather than motivating people. Okay. Bringing in the wrong people in your business is a toxin. Bringing in the right person could be a seed that flourishes. So with that said, I'm going to share with you this. The next 4 years are going to be very interesting. You must have an entire recruitment process. I want you to specifically follow me on our channels, on YouTube, on Instagram, on Facebook, on TikTok, on LinkedIn. We are posting content every single day, and our mission is one thing and one thing only, and that is to share with business owners, with recruitment managers, hiring managers, HR managers, that it is absolutely possible to build a super team. Some of the most amazing companies in the world are already doing it. I know those secrets. I'm teaching you a small framework right now, but as you keep following my content, I'm going to promise to deliver to you content step by step for you to be able to build an incredible pipeline for your business. So with that said, subscribe, follow, like, comment, share, all the above. I really appreciate you guys. We'll see you next week on our next series for our training.